Local news affects your life. It gives you the confidence and clarity to make better decisions every day. You can support that with a digital subscription. Visit inforum.com/subscribe to take advantage of our introductory offer, just $6 for 6 months. Here's today's headlines.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us on your Friday morning. It is June 26th. We'll talk about the weekend forecast. There are some storm chances out there, so we've got to talk about that. But first, a quick reminder for you. You can find us live here on Facebook each weekday morning. We go live for you about 8 o'clock. If you can't watch us live, watch us when you can. It stays on your feed throughout the day, so just watch whenever it's convenient for you. You can also find us on our Inform YouTube channel and your favorite podcast platforms. You can go to inform.com/podcasts and look for the Inform Minute. All right, there's lots going on this weekend with outdoor plans, banana ball in town. People just wanting to be outside.
Summertime, weekend before the 4th.
Always got to watch the weather.
You know it. So we're going to add heat and humidity throughout the course of the weekend. About 75 today, upper 70s near 80 tomorrow, well into the 80s on Sunday, near 90 by Monday. And we just slowly add in humidity each day too. It's just going to turn hot and sticky. And that type of atmosphere, that sort of setup, it takes very little of a trigger to spark off severe thunderstorms. So things are about to get hot, sticky, and a little more active. Today, scattered showers, mostly cloudy, rumbles of thunder, some downpours kind of embedded within areas of rain. That's about the worst of it.
Okay.
I think if you're traveling or driving, you're good to go until you hit a downpour and it reduces your visibility briefly, that sort of thing. But no severe weather for today and a lot of dry time in between some of those showers. As we go into tomorrow, we'll watch for isolated storms during the day. The better chance for severe weather will be in western North Dakota tomorrow evening, tomorrow night. General plan is that they weaken as they travel toward us through the overnight hours Saturday into Sunday. Of course, one or two could hold their severity, maybe some 1-inch hail or 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts as those travel into eastern North Dakota through the overnight hours. I would say best practice, just in case we get a hailer, park the car in the garage before you go to bed on Saturday night, if you can. Not a bad idea. No one wants to wake up and be like, oh, it's hailing. Oh, shoot, the car is outside, and then it's 3 a.m. and you're running outside to get it.
Don't want that.
Avoid that. No. Avoid that. If you can, put the car in the garage before you go to bed on Saturday night, just in case. Sunday, though, is actually going to be our better chance for severe storms. It's hot. It's sticky. We watch the cold front of that same system move into our region. We'll watch for redevelopment of thunderstorms. Sunday afternoon, Sunday evening. It's more than 48 hours out at this point, so things are a little bit fuzzy, but I would say anything after 3 p.m. We're probably going to start watching for some of those storms to fire up. Tornadoes, damaging wind, flash flooding, hail, all a possibility. We'll fine-tune that as we get a little bit closer to Sunday. And then we do it again for Monday. Monday's threat is mainly to the east, so I kind of think those storms develop like on the eastern edge of our viewing area and then move to the east. But still very hot and sticky. One of those days where it just kind of feels like it's going to storm. We're near 90 all week next week.
All right,
Dew points up near 70. It's going to feel mid to upper 90s, if not close to the triple digits.
It'll feel like the 4th of July.
Yes, very classic. What you're thinking is going to be 4th of July weather. So with that, and being this many days out, I don't have exact details just yet. But with that, again, like I said, it takes very little to just spark off a thunderstorm. So there's probably going to be some thunderstorms mixed in there. We'll fine tune the details, get you more of a better idea with timing and so on and so forth as we get a little bit closer. But I would for sure plan on hot and sticky into the 4th of July. All right, that's all. Thanks,
Lydia. All right, let's dive into news headlines here this morning. Right now, we are working to learn when a man charged with murder in downtown Fargo will be in court. Javon Allen is accused of shooting and killing Azim Holmes outside a downtown Fargo bar last August. Allen was arrested earlier this week. Police say the investigation took months because witnesses would not cooperate, and investigators had to gather and review a large amount of digital evidence. Investigators say the killings of Holmes and Elijah Hughes stem from a months-long dispute over a woman. Police say about 24 people were involved in the feud, but stress that it was not gang-related. Deputies say a 91-year-old man drove his vehicle down a steep embankment and into the water early Thursday morning. Someone had called dispatch asking them to check on a man who had stopped and asked for gas at a home about 20 miles west of Valley City. The man left that home driving on the wrong side of the road Didn't have his lights on. Hours later, a search team was out. A drone team specifically found his vehicle in a pond. He was responsive inside and was taken to the hospital, but the good news is he is expected to be okay. A man is expected to face charges after a three-hour standoff in rural Maddock. The sheriff's office got a report that a man had stolen a pickup from an outbuilding and then was stuck in a nearby creek. When the sheriff arrived, the man waved a handgun out the window. He eventually surrendered after the Minot SWAT team had arrived. However, the sheriff says the man does have a self-inflicted gunshot wound to the head and had to be taken to the hospital. The North Dakota Highway Patrol says someone was arrested for DUI after being pulled over for going 94 in a 65-mile-an-hour zone. It happened Thursday evening on Highway 45 north of Cooperstown. They posted a picture of the traffic stop on their Facebook page. Troopers say the driver had a BAC of .092. Today, election season officially gets underway in Minnesota. That's because the state begins mailing out absentee ballots for the August primary election. Voters can apply for an absentee ballot through the Minnesota Secretary of State's office. Officials recommend applying by July 28th. Completed ballots must be returned by August 11th. That is primary election day. The deadline to register to vote in Minnesota is July 21st. If you do miss it, you can still register at your polling place on primary election day. Early in-person voting begins on July 24th. A new kind of baseball is coming to Fargo. It's making its way to town today and tomorrow. Banana Ball will be played in front of a sold-out crowd at Newman Outdoor Field. A lot of people very excited for this. Tickets went really quick. They've been sold out for months, including here in Fargo. Both nights sold out. They're expecting about 5,000 fans each night. If you didn't get a ticket, you can watch the game for free on YouTube, and there are some local watch parties as well. Today, some of the best golfers in the Valley tee off for the Bell Bank Red River Amateur Golf Tournament. We'll have live action for you all weekend of that, covering it on WDAY Extra and on Plus. Don will be there for Hot Mic this morning from 9 to 11. Don't forget, you could get a good deal on an Inform.com subscription. Just go to our website, check out what we offer, and join us for the rest of our newscast today at 11, 4, 5, 6, 9, and 10. And have a great weekend. Goodbye.